Hey Blossoms, July training time. This month I'm going to focus on recruiting. I have talked about this in the past. I'm sure there's many new people because we get so many every day who have never heard me talk about it. So I think it's time to talk about it again. Let me tell you a little bit about myself, um, just to show you where my brain has come from and gone to. When I joined, could have cared less about recruiting. I was like, I'm not even putting up the recruiting post. I don't want to do that. I feel icky, like they know I'm doing it, obviously. I should not put it up. I should just, if they say they want to do it, great. That's what I felt like. I was previously, before I got married, a consultant for Tastefully Simple. I did well at it. I felt like I did well. I don't think I ever had a recruit. I think one girl talked about it. And I did home parties all the time. And I don't think I ever even asked anybody, and I never had that goal. I just didn't care. I went into this same way. I just wanted to make $100 or $200 a month. Sweet. I'd have been ecstatic. I got some books every once in a while. Yes. There probably are many of you like that, and I am not saying that's wrong. I am not saying you ever have to change that attitude because I understand it. Um, you never have to recruit, and I did love that about Usborne. That made me go, check, I'm in. You're not saying I have to do that? Sweet. Um, but I am going to talk about it if you are a person who wants to really financially help your family. If you're just doing this for fun, which there are people just doing this for fun, great. If you want to really make a substantial income that can really help your family or take over your family completely, their income, then let's talk about growing your business, your team, and I guess let's talk about why. Let's answer some questions. Why, who, when, where, what. So, why? Why do we want to do this? Now, the obvious, I can't say it's not the most obvious. The obvious is for income for your family, for your children, to pay off debt, to ease your family life. It's just that's why a biggest reason. And I heard this, people talk about our literacy mission. And it's not that not that I didn't believe it. I mean, I did. I just was like, okay, oh yeah, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. I love books. We've loved books in my house forever. My kids are super bookworms. Um, so, I had no problem thinking that. I've loved Usborne books for many, many, many years before I joined. So I was like, oh, of course, books, books, books. I started reading this book. If you don't have this book in my training, I'm going to say you should go get it. You should get this book because it's the Read Aloud Handbook by Jim Trelease. You probably even put the videos maybe in your parties of people talking about the book. I just read the intro. So I was like 5 pages in and I fell in love with our literacy mission 100 times more than I was. I don't think I really even saw it as a literacy mission. I didn't even understand, oh my goodness, what we are doing. And you'll probably hear me say that all the time now. I apologize. But it's so phenomenal what we are doing. And guess how that happens? Guess how we get, sorry, tractor going by, country living, hashtag country living. Um, how do we do that? How do we um, end this literacy crisis? It's by growing. It's by growing, and Usborne has been growing by leaps and bounds, as we all know. I probably just said that in my challenge video because that's right on my heart right now. But and that means you growing. We're all going to grow with this. And as we see, when in Usborne, when someone else is growing, someone else is growing. It's not like business where someone's down, like corporate world, and someone's up. When you are climbing and building your business, you're watching the dreams unfold of people on your team. It's kind of priceless. And I mean, I've had it happen numerous times now. I have many people on my team, and you want that. You don't even realize, I wouldn't even have realized how much I would, well, I can't even talk about it because it's so awesome. So anyway, why you want to do it? We want to get as many books in children's hands as we can. And by getting more people and growing and growing and growing, that's how you're going to do it. So that's why you want to do it. You want to do it for yourself personally. You want to do it for the crisis in our country, which is very sad. The statistics in this book, I'm telling you, order this book. Order this book. The benefits of reading loud, you're going to realize, and you're going to want to do it for your kids. Now, I am a read alouder, if that's even a word. Literacy mission here. I don't even say real words. Um, I am. I homeschool. We read aloud every day, a lot. And but now I feel like, oh my gosh, do I even do it? Like now I'm like, oh, my little ones, I got to read to them every day. So it's going to help your own self reading this and for your children. But you're also going to see our mission and you're going to fall in love with it more. And you're going to go, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. When I have dead parties who maybe one person books, one person buys, you're going to be like, well, that one person really needed, that little kid that they're buying the books for it might change your life. So everything we can do, every prize we can give, every time we're getting books into kids' hands, it is awesome. All right, another who. So let's talk about who of recruiting. Who? Um, Obviously your future hostesses. Obviously they already love the books they booked from you. They want the books. They want more. They do. So your friends, you have to go out of your comfort zone. I knew that I had a lot of recruits. I wasn't confused about that. But then after convention, I was like, boy, all right, I think I need to talk about this. That's why I thought I should talk about this month because I did do very well with awards, I guess, on it. And so I'm trying to think, what do I do? Like, how can I teach everybody? How can I tell them what I do? Because believe me, many people ask me, and I'm like, one thing Belinda Ellsworth was telling us at convention. I'm just like laughing as she's talking because it's so true though. I think I was this person. So I was this person before. I'm not really that person anymore. I was the person. So people say to you, hey, so what's up? What are you doing now? Tell me about yourself. I'm like, or tell me like you joined that company. And you're like, yeah, it's really nice. Now I'm nowhere near as funny as Belinda Ellsworth. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's really nice. If you ever want a book, just tell me. Would you hear the Amish buggy going by? Um, so I used to be that person. Yeah, that's not gonna give people the inspiration that Usborne is awesome. So you're gonna go out of your comfort zone, but it's gonna change. Your comfort zone is gonna change. My comfort zone was, like I'm not gonna do that at all. I fell in love with it. I fell in love because I was like, this business is awesome, and this is way before I was making the money I'm making now. So now it's way easier. It's just, because I don't want any of you going like, oh, that's because you're making this money. So I promise you, I was doing it months and months and months and months and months ago. Saying, this is amazing. This business is amazing. So Belinda finally was saying like, or do you say, oh my gosh, what I do, like it is so amazing, and our compensation plan is amazing. She didn't say that, but it's very comparable with direct sales companies, and she was just going on and on. But you are one going to say, oh my gosh, you should do this too. Like to my friends, that's what I would say. You should totally do this. Like it's an amazing business. I can stay home with my kids. I'm bringing in income. Even if I'm making, all I want to make was like $100, $200. Anything is a success because you can't tell me, because I know I did it. I know everyone who signed up and thought, oh, if I just make like $200 a month to cover my daughter's like dance or my son's karate, or that would be amazing. Let me tell you that I would have been ecstatic with $100 a month. We were so, I am totally going kind of off topic. It's kind of on. We were hurting for a good 10 years. And I say hurting, we got very frugal. I did very good at couponing. But still, I probably couldn't have bought diapers and food. I got amazing at couponing. I didn't buy diapers until Usborne. I have 10-year-old. Like, we've been in diapers for 10 years. Um, my 10-year-old's not been in diapers for 10 years. All four of my children, we've been probably in diapers. I feel like I've had 4 months free of diapers in the last 10 and a half years. And I didn't ever buy them. I couponed them and got them free. And I rolled all my coupon bucks and my extra care bucks. And the last 3 years I got free gas. So anyway, I was really good at it. Very frugal until I was born. Now I have no time and I have money. But where I was going with was the point that everyone is thinking, oh my gosh, if I can just make a few extra $100. And Belinda said that well, this is a good fact. Belinda said at every, statistically, all the statistics of direct sales say that 80% of people have shown interest in direct sales at some point. It's really just finding the right company. And what does that mean? That means 80% of people at your parties, your home parties, your Facebook parties, your events, your booths, 80% of those people there have thought about it. So they're watching you. They're seeing what you do. They're seeing how you act. If you're like, yeah, yeah, I really like that one. Yeah. It doesn't come, it doesn't make them want it. It doesn't make them go, oof, this is the one for me. If you are fun and if you're showing excitement and if you're, no, not crazy, but if you're, showing them how awesome it is, that helps. Just saying, it does. And through private message, if you're using a few exclamations, not crazy. Smiley faces, like you want to just have that, hey, and short, quick, simple, but follow up. Fortunes in the follow up. I didn't even write that down. That should be my last thing I talk about. Out of my 70 some recruits, I don't think anyone's come back to me. I don't think any. I was going to say maybe one. I don't even think one. I think I followed up. Some took months, we'll talk about that. Going too fast. So your story is a success story. You have made $200 in a month. You have made $100 in a month. So you can say, I got some extra cash this month and it's just my fun money. And your story is a success story. So you want to share those and you want to say in your party, you want to have that come through. You want to even make a little video in your recruiting post. Now I'm going off topic, but you want to do that and you want to share your story like, this is what I joined for. This is what happened. I love it. There are no sales quotas. You don't have to, you just want to make this very personal for them. You want to show them your excitement. Um, by so my attitude about recruiting, I was that person like, yeah, I'm not doing it. 180 degrees. Completely fell in love with it. Completely saw it. I'm sorry, there's a deer right over there. I'm just peeking at the deer. Beautiful country. Okay. You want to fall in love. You want to grow your team wine deep. You want to just see everybody see this and okay. Oh, sorry. I should start over, but I'm not gonna. All right, this is just me. Hashtag just me. All right, I'm thinking of that guy. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the video where he does the hostess. It's like a hostess post you can put up. It's a video and it's someone's husband, and he's like hashtag this. Hashtag this. Makes me laugh every time. I've never even used it in a party, but it makes me laugh. I might. So switch your brain. If you're interested, if you want to make money for your family, if you want to grow this business and you want to do that, you don't have to. If you want to, you just switch your brain. And your brain is going to be like, and you're going to hear no's, and those no's are going to change you personally. Those no's are going to make you understand that no is not something personal against you because everyone in everyone's life has things going on and you have no idea. Don't take it personally. I promise you, many of you are. I promise you, I still try not to, especially if you know the person, but don't. But don't. But you only can change that by hearing the no's. You only can change that by offering it and not getting the response you want. I get lots of no's. I get tons of ignores in every aspect. This is booking and recruiting. But for recruiting, I do get the no's, but I do get lots of yeses. I do get lots of let me think about it, and I say, okay, we'll check this out, and then 2 days later, I follow up again, whatever. So when are you gonna try to recruit? Well, always. But the grocery store, hey, let me just tell you, I have met people. I just met someone the other day in the middle of a playground and we started chatting and I told her about it and she's like, I would be interested in that. I'm like, awesome, And now I didn't write her the next moment. I still haven't written her. It's been a week. But I'm going to. I'm gonna come back to her and I'm gonna say something and, bring it up. That was a different one. That was face to face. I didn't want her to. Anyway, you got to feel it out. But 4 days before your Facebook parties, in your home party script, before you go in, have that hostess thinking about it. Bring it up to her, chat with her on the phone, talk about it, whatever, however you do it. In your Facebook parties, you want to offer even home parties a few days before because you need time for that ID to come in, which I'm talking like most of you know that. I know some of you don't, but I guess I can't teach everything this second. But you do want to give time for that because if a hostess joins the day before, she likely, if it's not a weekend, would get her ID in time for her party to put it under her e-show, her e-commerce site, but the day of she's not gonna. And that, you don't want to do that to her. You don't want to promise her sales cred and she doesn't get it. So so you want to do it a few days before if it's a party. Now, if you're just talking to your friends, bring it up. Show them a catalog. When someone says, "Hey, what have you been up to?" Everyone says that. We all say that. We all ask each other that. Tell them. Do a Belinda Ellsworth style and be like, "Oh my goodness, it's fantastic. I love everything about it." I mean, they're growing like crazy and it's all about books. I love books. And I mean, I get to stay home. In the past, I would have licked envelope stamps for like a penny. Like, I was always like, there's got to be some job I can do at home that I can just make pennies. Now I'm making a lot more than pennies. So everyone's thinking that. Everyone wants to do this. It's just, 8 out of 10 people are thinking about it. So you want to present it well and fun and happy. All right. So moving on. Already at 16 minutes. Sorry. My husband always says, "Oh, please, Lauren, they don't want to watch it that long." All right. How are we going to do it? I feel we've talked about that. Um, Yet again, if you are already moving on recruiting, you have a few recruits and you are trying to grow a team and you want to see success for everyone. You want to spread the literacy mission. You want to see success for your family. You want to feel that. Then you really want to change your focus. You really want to recruit. You do. You want it to go, and you want to offer it to everyone. And you really, I don't even know what else to say about that. So we are going to have a Power of 10 rally on next Friday. I'm going to pause this a second, but I'm not going to start over. So give me. All right. I paused it, to be honest, because I thought, Lauren, you're rambling, as usual. I take notes, but I just can't follow them. Since convention, I have had numerous people not on our team reach out and say, Lauren, can you give me some tips on recruiting? So I want to think about some. They all seem obvious in my head, but you're all not in my head, so I need to think of how to word them. My biggest tip is when you're in a party and you see those key signs, you hear or you see that they typed, "Oh my gosh, I just want all the books. Oh, I love this book. Oh, this is great. This party's so much fun." You want to reach out to them. You want to tag them later, maybe in a reply, or right then you want to say, plant the seeds. As Belinda Ellsworth said, you want to plant the seeds from your very beginning. I've never done that. I feel like it's a great idea. She's talking about a home party, for example, and she was saying that right when the party starts, you're introducing yourself and you say, "Hey, I've been with the company for this long. It has completely changed my life. Yada, yada, yada. I love it because of this." And if you have ever even thought about this, you need to talk to me because I would love to share this with you because it's just doing amazing things for people and amazing things by getting books out there, whatever. So you want to start right off. I'm pondering making a welcome post for my parties. I would love to say I'm going to make an individual one for every party, like "Welcome to Stacy's party," and do it. Maybe. We'll see if I accomplish that. I'm at least going to make a generic one, and it is going to be in my post too. It's going to be a welcome. Here's how it's going to work. Here's how the party works. Let me tell you a little bit why I'm so excited to party with you tonight and what this has done for me. And share a little bit of your success, why you love it. Quick, 2 minutes, get it done. Plant the seeds. Someone expresses how much they love it, plant another seed. Be like, "Oh my gosh, yes, this is totally whatever you want to say." I use the word awesome way too much. On the recruiting post, you're going to say it again. Maybe even the day after party. I might start throwing something in the day after, like, "Here's my kit. I just want to show you what I got in my kit." The kits are so low prices. Let me just throw the whatever. I'm brainstorming. I like her ideas. Like usually I just did it in the recruiting post, and obviously I've had great success with that. I love the planting the seeds throughout. I love following up after. And anyone who asks questions in the recruiting post, I right away answer them. I tag their name, answer the questions. Then I answer everyone's questions. So sometimes it's kind of dead. Sometimes it is dead. Sometimes there's a few. Sometimes there's a lot because they feed off each other. You know, if someone sees someone asking questions, the other ones start. And then finally at the end, after I'm done, I tag all of them. If there's 4, I tag them all and say, would you like me to invite you to take a look that we're having, or we already had? Usually we already had. I like inviting to past take a looks. I should say this because not everyone's in my head. We have a take a look every other week here on Blossoms. A take a look is the event that you can invite potential recruits to um, until the day before the next one. It's always on a Tuesday. So until the following Monday, from Monday 2 weeks later to the next Monday, I will invite them to that past one. Because strike while the iron's hot. Their excitement is there. You want to strike while the iron's hot, not to like be nasty, but because you're like, okay, we know what it's like when you're excited about something, and that's when you do it. You know, days later, you might be like, yeah, so not for me. But if you strike while the iron's hot, you invite them to the past event, and you say, hey, I'm going to invite you. It already happened. Just look down through the numbered posts real quickly. Let me know if you have, I'll check back with you. I never say let me know if you have questions. I'll check back with you because guess what? I'm going to follow up. That is my hugest, biggest, second biggest tip. Fortune is in the follow up. Might be my first. Whatever. It's a big one. Um, Fortune is always in the follow up. Fortune is in the follow up of booking. Fortune is in the follow up of many things. Having your hostess, message the next day, having you tag the next day to get sales. It's always in the follow up. But for recruiting, absolutely, it's in the follow up. As I said, none of mine came back to me. I'm like, oh, I love this. Maybe one, maybe. And if you're the one and you're like, Lauren, I did, you don't even remember. I'm sorry. All I remember is I always follow up within 24 hours after I know they checked out that take a look, or I invited them to it. And I say, hey, just popping in. What'd you think of the take a look? Do you have any further questions? Always end with a question mark so they feel they have to get back to you. Does that mean every single person's going to get back to you? No. And if they don't be like, oh, such a no. But it leaves them with a question. Leaves them with, oh, I better answer, not like, oh, I hope you liked it. You don't want to end with a statement. You want to end with a question. If they have more questions, then you answer them. If they want to chat on the phone, you chat on the phone. I've only had 1 or 2 want to chat, but that's awesome. I see the sun is starting to glare on me. Oh well, we're almost done. So, fortune's in the follow-up. Follow up with them, and if you don't hear back with them, they didn't give you a no. You're going to go for that no. Until I hear a no, I'm going to follow up till I hear the no. I do have people I followed up with for months and then suddenly show right back and be like, oh, yeah, I think I'm going to. I'm really excited. And then I go, okay, here's whatever, the link to join. I'm making this up, but it does happen. And then nothing. So I might write, a few days later, like, hey, did the link not work? Or hey, whatever. And then, lost my train of thought. But I will follow up. And then I would let it go, another month and be like, hey, we have a new kids special out, or, there's a kids special where you get $25 reimbursed, which I will do myself, but, I will do that every few months to those people. And I have had people join like that who it wasn't the right time for them. Should I put up something to block my face? Thank you, Jim Trelease. It wasn't the right time for them, and we all know that there are times in our life things aren't the right time for us. So don't take it personal. Don't take it personal unless you hear, no, I'm really not interested. That's when you should end the conversation. And I don't even know if I'd say that. I'd say that's when you should end the conversation for right then. I'm not saying I've gone back to people who tell me no, but if they showed interest previously, I would consider inviting them to a mystery hostess party down the road, and maybe they'll think of it again. Maybe it'll be in their mind again. You're putting it back in their mind, and maybe it's the right time for them. No, man, it wasn't the right time before. I'm not being like, go stalk them and knock on their door and be like, I don't care, you said no. You're going to come to this, take a look. No, but, I mean, they obviously love the books. So that's what you're doing. You're offering another chance for the book, saying, hey, I'm having a mystery hostess party. We have new releases. Do you want to come? I know you love, blah, blah, blah. And if you know about their children, throw that in there. Like, I know little Sammy is, getting bigger and totally needs more interactive books. Whatever. So those are my biggest tips that I can think of right now. Always feel free to reach out to me. And yeah, so that is my training. Let me get the word. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Can you see that? Yes. Power of 10. And as I said, next Friday, all day, it's not going to be an event. It's going to be where I, myself, and possibly some other leaders use the hashtag power of 10, not TEN, but 10. So search that next Friday, starting in the morning. Haven't even determined what time. Put hashtag power 10. Even later in the day, you're going to see all the posts are going to be numbered and they're going to have the hashtag in it. So you can search them. I definitely want you to do it. I want you to comment. I am challenging myself to this. I'm challenging myself to 10 recruits in 10 weeks once I start having parties, which is next week. I've been off for a while. So I had 0 sales, 0 recruits in June. But that's okay. That was my month off. That's what this business is awesome for. You can do that. You can take off whatever, need to organize and take time. So do that. Come to that rally. Realize how this can help you grow. And it's fabulous. So good luck. Have a wonderful July, and I will talk to you next month.